how do you convert one Homer bucket of gold into money with these conversion factors?
You convert the 5 gallons to over 40 pints.
Okay, so first actually, I've sort of secretly put a little conversion of my own in here. We're starting with one bucket. And the first conversion factor that we really probably want is to convert that bucket into gallons. And how many gallons are there in one bucket? 5. So you don't necessarily have to put that conversion factor there first, but I like it just because to make the point that you can make up whatever units you need to. As long as you have a conversion factor for your made-up units, you can still use it as a unit. Now, putting the conversion factor this way, now I can cancel out my buckets and have just gallons. And now we can go from gallons to pints, as you say. So which numerator or denominator, on the top or bottom, where am I going to put the pints here? Pints on top, because I want pints. And on the bottom, gallons, because I want to get rid of the gallons from the numerator. And then we just need to put the conversion factor in. So 1 gallon was 8 pints, so 8 pints, 1 gallon, that. So now my units are pints. Where'd you go from here? Pints to cubic centimeters. And so what do I put where? Pints on the bottom. And why are the pints on the bottom? Because I want to get rid of pints on the top. There we go. So now our units are centimeters cubed. Then what? Centimeters cubed to grams. Great. So we'll go from centimeters cubed to grams, putting centimeters cubed on the bottom, grams on the top. Now, this conversion factor is not the same for every substance, right? This particular number that tells us how many grams of something there are per cubic centimeter is called the mass density. So this is secretly a density problem, even though we're treating it like a unit conversion problem. That's all we're doing is converting units. But because different substances have different mass densities, so everyone kind of colloquially knows that gold weighs a lot for its volume, right? This number is going to be different for gold than it would be for a different substance like water or hydrogen or whatever. So this particular factor is specific to gold. 19.3 grams per cubic centimeter. There we go. And that's something that's measured experimentally. Now we have a number of grams of gold, and we've canceled out our centimeters cubed. Then what? Grams to ounces. Grams to ounces by putting grams downstairs and ounces upstairs. Using the conversion factor, 1 ounce is equal to 28.35 grams. And now our grams are gone. And we have a certain number of ounces of gold, and then how do you get from there to home? Right, now we need to know how many ounces of gold are how many dollars of money. So to convert that, we'll put our ounces of gold downstairs, and we'll put our US dollars upstairs, and there we have our final conversion factor, 1,295 dollars per 1 ounce. So most conversion factor problems can be solved with this same kind of reasoning, that really I didn't even have to put all those numbers in there to put out a roadmap. If I just wrote buckets, gallons, buckets, pints, gallons, etc. without the numbers, you can start by writing all of those down to give yourself kind of a path, a roadmap to your answer. Then fill in your conversion factors with the actual numbers. And multiplying all of these out, give me, with as many significant figures as you have, as many as you like, what did this number end up being? And the units were dollars. You said it was 20 million, how much? 20 million, 30,000, 64, and 20 how many? 20 cents? Nice. So if you had a Homer bucket full of gold, you could definitely retire. You and probably your entire extended family could retire just on the interest from that bucket of gold. But you can't buy a home in Martha's Vineyard unless you have 2 of them.
I have a question.
Yeah. The reason we didn't have to do anything special with our cubic centimeters this time is because of the conversion factor that we had. The conversion factor related cubic centimeters, which is a measurement of volume, to pints, which is also a measurement of volume. So because our conversion factor already had the volumes in it, volume, we didn't end up having to cube anything. On the other hand, if instead of that conversion factor I were given something like, I don't know, 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, and then I had to convert something between centimeters cubed and inches cubed, or something like that. Because this conversion factor is not volume, this conversion factor is lengths. Then I would have needed to go in and modify it, say to cube it, or something like that, to become a conversion factor for volume. 1 cubic inch is equal to 2.54 cubic centimeters. So it's all a matter of what you're given. You're given here a conversion factor that already has centimeters cubed in it, so you don't have to do anything special to get your centimeters cubed. You already have them.